Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Clementine Book Two, continuing the adventure from Tillie Walden, who's the artist and the writer. And Book Two, I think, is absolutely fantastic. It's been quite a while since we got Book One, and it took me a little bit to remember Book Two, but what happened, to get into Book Two, but it doesn't really matter, because Book Two is just kind of stands on its own in a lot of ways. So Clementine and her friends have cheated death, and are kind of wandering to go find a new place to go. So where do they go? They wind up on an island, a fairly isolated island with mysterious people who seem like they're pretty good, but are they hiding something? Like, what's going on here? It's a solid second chapter in Clementine's story of the graphic novels. I said in the first video, like, I played the original game, the video game, for a while. Like, you know, it's very, very well done, really great. But, you know, we got a new chapter, we got a new direction, we have new people to meet. And this sets up what will be the third chapter eventually coming. So it's solid. What I think Tillie Walden does really well, and this is meant for more younger readers, kind of more like a YA graphic novel, is it takes a lot of the familiar beats of The Walking Dead that they may or may not have experienced before and applies it to this graphic novel. It's things we've seen before. It is done really well because of that, and I think the fact that it's things that we've seen before put me as a reader on caution. They're in a community. The community is potentially isolated. There are some walkers that show up every so often. We have new individuals. Who's hiding what? Who has weird motivations? Like, what's going on here? Who can we trust? Who can we not trust? Sound familiar? Yeah, we saw this in the Walking Dead comic multiple times. Multiple times. Like, this was a running theme. Hell, post-Alexandria, like, this is a thing that happened quite often. Well, this is pretty much a thing that happened, like, every time they met anyone. But very much this is the beginning of the Alexandria story arc. And much like Alexandria, the question is when is shit going to hit the fan and things are going to go wrong? And that's what you're kind of doing throughout most of this graphic novel. It's really trying to figure out who to trust, who not to trust, where are things going to go wrong, are they going to go wrong? And Walden, I think, does an excellent job of not letting you know. You have no idea when the shit's going to hit the fan. But what's also nice is it gives us time to relax. It gives times for our trio of characters to settle and deal with each other and deal with what they're going through. Clementine obviously is missing her leg, and that causes problems. You have another character whose vision is having issues. Another one who's just kind of trying to fit. There is so much detail in here when it comes to that. I think it's really, really well done in that it balances that mistrust and that, like, how do we deal with our hurdles. The hurdles being emotional, physical, whatever. The graphic novel, I think, does a fantastic job about it. And I don't want to spoil things. Loving the temple. Tillie, the temple is stroke of genius, absolutely amazing. I want to have a second bar mitzvah in the temple. For those who read it, I think you'll know. For those who have not read it, you'll find out. So I think it's excellent. It's really, really good. The art continues to be solid. It does this nice balance of having that kind of creepy Walking Dead-ish vibes without going over the top scary that might not be appropriate for kids. You know, I think rotting horror, gore, like over the top, probably maybe not the best for the audience. But I think the graphic novel actually does a really good job of balancing all of that. You get a sense of, you know, people literally falling apart and the walkers coming at you, but at the same time, it doesn't quite go into that detail that you might see in The Walking Dead. I think my only gripe about this at all is Walden has a weird habit of people turning around with their heads and their head being in a position that makes absolutely no logical sense. And I didn't notice it in the first volume, and it might have been done, but I definitely noticed it a few times in the second volume. It's funny. It's not something that's like horrible or distracting or really causes a lot of issues. It's just something that happened a few times where I really don't think anyone could, like, physically turn around quite to that level. Yeah, this is kind of an example of it. It gets actually more egregious in a couple other spots, but, like, this is pretty far back. without like completely twisting your body. So that's like really my only gripe. I noticed it, I think it was like 3 times. As I said, it's not a major thing. It's just one of those things that's just kind of funny. But yeah, other than that, it's good. It's really, really good. It's a great second chapter. I enjoyed it a lot. There's some small extras in the back of some sketches of characters and some other things that just add to it all. But overall, like, as I said, it's a great second chapter. I'm looking forward to the third. You can go get it. It is out in comic shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. And by doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And just watching our videos, you support us. So thank you for that. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, Walking Dead, whatever, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. And until next time, keep reading the comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.